about eBay versus drop shipping on Shopify, and which one should you actually choose this year. So, eBay versus Shopify drop shipping. Which one is actually best? Which platform actually offers better profit potential, but also a better traction in terms of a scalable point of view? So it's important to understand that when getting started with dropshipping, two of the most popular platforms that you can consider as a seller are eBay and Shopify. Okay, but the thing is, eBay is a marketplace, and Shopify actually is a platform. So you have two different setups from the get go. So you got to really have a clear idea about those things. Okay, so I want to talk to you about drop shipping on eBay real fast. So basically, when you think about drop shipping on eBay, you have a first of all, again, eBay is a marketplace. Okay, like Amazon or Etsy is not a platform, and Shopify is a platform such as WooCommerce or BigCommerce. So on eBay, you have a quick and easy setup. So this is actually a good thing. Okay, so creating an account on eBay, just like becoming an eBay seller, takes about 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, and you can start listing products for dropshipping almost immediately without needing to build out your own e-commerce store. So that immediacy, that speed is pretty good. You also have a built-in customer base. You have about 100 to 200 million global buyers are shopping on eBay every single day. Okay, so this is kind of cool because you don't have to really think about driving traffic. You also have just-in-time ordering. So eBay's workflow facilitates ordering items from your dropshipping suppliers only after a sale is made, and this is actually keeping holding costs low. So this is kind of important because you want to make sure you do not add on extra cost. You also have a familiar user experience, right? So customers already know and trust the eBay platform and checkout process, increasing conversion rates. And finally, you have a flexible scale. So as an eBay seller, you can scale up from hobby sales to a full business. Inventory limits and logistics are actually handled by suppliers. You don't handle that part, okay? So this is an important element to think about. Now, the main downside of eBay is what? You need to work within eBay's policies, fee structure, and built-in site format. Customizing branding is limited, but overall, eBay provides a fast way to launch a dropshipping business and actually test products. So let me talk to you about dropshipping on Shopify. So basically, if you're an online seller and you want to build a fully customized brand around your dropshipping operations, Shopify offers another popular option. But again, remember, Shopify is not a marketplace. Shopify is an e-commerce platform. Okay. So Shopify hands you the reins to set up your own standalone e-commerce storefront, optimized for your products and customers. So what happens here is that when you go and shop, when you have a Shopify store, you have full control. You can set up things the way you want. You're not really working within the guidelines set up by eBay or Amazon or Etsy or whatever, right? You actually dictate the rules. You are the master of the rules. I mean, you come up with your own rules. So you have own brand experience. So carefully curated categories, product listings, and copy. That's really good because you can convey the way you want. You can convey your desired brand image instead of just selling through a marketplace. You have customizable themes. So you can use Shopify's themes or work with developers to create a site that converts visitors to buyers. There are no limitations like selling on eBay or Amazon. So this is kind of cool from a flexibility point of view. You also have marketing tools, built abilities for SEO optimizations, as well as email, social media, and other marketing to drive traffic. Making sales is not really relying only on external marketplace traffic, okay? So you have the ability to actually get things done if you do things organically too. And you also have scalability. I mean, Shopify also helps you with scalability. In other words, Shopify allows you to add new products, suppliers, and integrate apps like Zendrop, like Doba, like Deezers, okay, to automate more dropshipping workflow. And the platform scales along with your business growth. So this is kind of cool. Now, the trade-off is that Shopify has higher startup costs, technical hurdles, and time investment to set everything up compared to leveraging an established marketplace like eBay or Amazon. Okay, so but in the long run, Shopify helps you build an asset in your branded storefront itself. So many sellers start selling on eBay to test product viability first before shifting focus to scaling up a Shopify store for bigger growth down the road. So combining both platforms can be an effective e-commerce strategy. Okay. Now let's talk about dropshipping on eBay or Shopify. Which one should you actually go for this year? The thing is, when it comes to dropshipping specifically, both eBay and Shopify are highly suitable platforms. The question is, you have to understand the vision that you have and the goal that you have. Okay, but those two are great. I mean, this is why most people get themselves confused when selecting a platform from eBay versus Shopify. Okay, now there are some differences in how the dropshipping process works on each platform. So on eBay, things are pretty straightforward because the dropshipping system relies on listing items, then ordering those items from suppliers as the sales come in. This means you don't need to keep inventory on hand yourself. eBay is designed to facilitate this just in time ordering from suppliers. On Shopify, things are a little different because some dropshippers may use platforms like Zendrop or Doba or Deezers, okay, to automate ordering items from suppliers after sales. But Shopify also supports manually ordering items or holding inventory yourself. This gives the Shopify more flexibility in how you manage dropshipping. So out of these two options, going ahead with a partner like a third party app, can be the best way to proceed because it gives you the opportunity to pick from one of the most reliable vendors for dropshipping. So let's talk about product selection and sourcing. So basically you need to understand that eBay has a more limited market focused primarily on consumer goods such as fashion, collectibles, electronics, and home and garden items. Shopify allows selling any type of product, including specialized commercial items or digital products. So for sourcing products, eBay dropshippers need to find their own suppliers who will integrate with eBay's ordering workflow. Shopify offers integration with many major dropshipping suppliers to provide product catalog you can really select from. So if you already have suppliers in mind that you want to dropship from, eBay provides an established marketplace to list those items. However, the wider supplier ecosystem may make it easier to find products on Shopify. What about managing inventory and order fulfillment? Basically, what on eBay, integration with suppliers is actually primarily managed ad hoc through manual order placement. As sales come in, you as the seller place corresponding restock orders with your suppliers to fulfill those purchases, and this provides flexibility to work with a range of suppliers but requires manually coordinating each order. What about Shopify? Shopify offers more automation for syncing product listings and inventory between your store and suppliers. So this is kind of cool. So some apps can feed product directly from suppliers to auto list items in your Shopify storefront, and as orders come in, they are programmatically sent to the corresponding supplier for fulfillment. So less manual overhead juggling, let's say, orders. So this is kind of cool from a flexibility point of view. And for order tracking and status updates, Shopify also has an advantage. Apps provide automated mapping of order statuses from the supplier back to your Shopify order details, right? So this is kind of cool. And this keeps customers updated through the shipping process. eBay linking supplier tracking info is more limited. Shopify ultimately provides more transparent order, hands-off, and updates. So in terms of actual fulfillment speed, average shipping times are frequently faster for eBay orders, and many eBay sellers specialize in rapid fulfillment from U.S. warehouses, especially dealers of electronics, clothing, and other general consumer goods. Customers may expect quicker turnaround compared to an unknown brand selling through their own Shopify store. So this is kind of cool. So if you think about it, eBay edges out Shopify in delivery speed, but Shopify has superior underlying order and inventory management infrastructure for complex dropshipping operations as you scale up catalog size and sales volume. So ultimately, Shopify automates more back-end complexities associated with scaling a dropshipping business through multiple suppliers and sales channels simultaneously. So something to keep in mind if you're thinking about this comparison. This is an important element. So what about the dropshipping setup and cost? So basically, the thing is that setting up a dropshipping store is generally faster and easier on eBay compared to a Shopify. Because with eBay, you can simply create a seller account, right? Nothing complicated, and you can start listing products right away. There is no need to develop your own website or, let's say, even integrate with suppliers upfront. So listing on the marketplace is actually streamlined for quick onboarding. In contrast, Shopify requires setting up a full website on your own domain, designing store layouts, integrating payment systems, and mapping supplier inventories. So this is more complex for you if you have no web design or technical experience. If you're also new to e-commerce, you may find a large number of platform options and setup steps really discouraging, okay? So Shopify costs about $29 to $299 per month for access to its software, themes, and hosting. Plus, many sellers will pay additional monthly fees for apps to extend, let's say, functionality, for instance, okay? Functionality as the business scales. You'll need to factor recurring software and services expenses into your overall business cost and profit calculations when using Shopify and related apps. Like when you see apps like Doba or Deezer or Zendrop, and this is just for dropshipping, but you also have other apps, okay? So eBay has no monthly fees outside of optional upgrades to enhance exposure through promoted listings or manage high order volumes using the advanced seller hub. Otherwise, you just pay eBay fees on your actual sales. Without monthly overhead cost, eBay provides a clear advantage for easy entry and keeping operating costs low when starting out. So this is something so here, eBay actually wins. At the very beginning, eBay actually wins, especially when it comes to budgetary control. So let's talk about customizing your dropshipping storefront. So eBay offers limited options for customizing your listings beyond adding photos, basic text descriptions, and setting pricing for products. So the marketplace format intentionally imposes some constraints around branding and custom storefronts to maintain a consistent buyer experience. Like eBay wants buyers to actually feel that they are still in the same ecosystem. In contrast, Shopify provides themes and layout options to create a full customized storefront, showcasing your unique brand image, okay, and also spotlighting your ideal products. So everything from colors to banners to product categorization can be tailored to convey your brand, okay, but also emphasis. So basically what happens here is that having your own storefront on Shopify allows you to carefully curate a catalog tailored to your target customer demographics, including showcasing some products while deprioritizing others. eBay forces sellers to list within a broad universal catalog, making it difficult to craft niche appeal. So, for certain types of specialized products, conveying product scarcity appeals or lifestyle branding around purchases, the ability to thoroughly customize storefront design and layout gives Shopify sellers clear advantage. But for mainstream consumer product dropshipping, eBay's built-in market-based mass market buyer audience suits some standard use cases. So think about that. And in terms of traffic and sales volume, basically eBay receives about 722 to 800 million visits per month from buyers looking to purchase items across every product category imaginable. So this provides dropshippers immediate access to huge established buyer traffic right out of the gate instead of having to build up your own audience. So any items you list on eBay gain visibility within relevant product, category, and search result pages on the marketplace, matching buyer search queries. So leveraging this existing platform traffic and purchase intent typically leads to faster initial sales volume for dropshipping items compared to a lesser known independent storefront sites. So, in contrast, new Shopify stores start with no traffic or a past purchase history, and trusting an unknown retailer represents risks for a buyer accustomed to purchasing from recognizable marketplaces like eBay and Amazon. They have built trust over decades. So something to really keep in mind, especially this year, okay? So Shopify stores need to drive their own traffic through paid advertising, SEO, word of mouth, and other marketing channels. So building sustainable organic visibility takes considerable time, and faster sales relies on larger advertising budgets, unfeasible for early stage stores, and this represents a major hurdle to overcome. Also, optimizing marketing and SEO. Okay, so basically, marketing is actually important if you are doing dropshipping, right? That's for sure. So, generating interest and traffic to your online storefront is actually essential before you can land sales. And eBay and Shopify take different strategies when it comes to marketing your dropshipping business. And one thing I want to say here is that eBay's vast built-in audience means you benefit immediately from millions of buyers already searching for products to purchase on eBay daily. So this is kind of cool because if you list items strategically, your listings gain exposure to relevant searches. So eBay's platform essentially replaces much of your customer acquisition marketing through leveraging their existing marketplace traffic. So this is kind of cool. And Shopify puts greater emphasis on sellers using external marketing channels like Google and social media ads, influencer partnerships, email marketing, and content creation to drive visits to your standalone storefront. So this is kind of cool. Now, while this involves more work, it also grants flexibility for targeting specific demographics and personalizing messaging around your brand. Okay. So in terms of SEO, Shopify stores lend themselves better to optimizing search engine rankings thanks to, let's say, customizable URLs, meta descriptions for products, blog integration, and greater freedom over site content and structure. eBay listings face actually more limitations for customizing content elements than they actually maximize pages' SEO potential. So, what about supports for scaling your business? Well, basically, those two platforms can really help you. Okay, and in terms of account management and support, you also have you can have the help that you need, like whether through a Shopify or through eBay. Okay, so that's something that you need to remember. So, what's actually the best best platform for dropshipping when it comes to beginners? Well, basically, it's just better to go with to go with eBay because for online sellers just starting out with dropshipping, eBay provides the fastest and simplest way to get experience with less upfront investment. Setting up an eBay seller account is actually, an eBay seller account is straightforward. You can start listing products using existing item pages and quickly tap into their massive buyer traffic. Now, dropshipping on eBay has some key advantages for beginner e-commerce sellers, like you have a minimal setup time, lower startup cost, built-in customer awareness, and also proven checkout process. Okay, so that's really cool. And which is the best platform for dropshipping long term? That's another important question because once you have gained some experience with dropshipping and identified winning products, you want to really maybe shift your focus on growing your own standalone storefront. Okay. Now there are actually pros and cons for each approach. Marketplaces like eBay and Amazon offer some ongoing advantages for established dropshippers, including built-in buyer traffic, trust in branding, and support for scaling. You also have lower cost to operate, okay? However, key downsides also emerge when relying entirely on marketplaces long term, limited control, account shutdown risks, that's something important, brand limitation, and competitor mixing. So this is an important element to think about, okay? So one thing I want you to think is that, you know, there are some benefits of investing in your own store. You have full control over the brand. You have your own customers, so you own the customers. You have higher margins, and you also have greater stability. So this is an important element from a long-term point of view. So eBay versus Shopify dropshipping. You got to understand that it really depends on your vision. Overall, eBay provides a quicker and simpler option for entering the world of dropshipping. It's hard to beat eBay's huge buyer audience. Sourcing reliable suppliers can be a challenge, but if you have suppliers ready, eBay's built-in support for ad hoc dropshipping orders makes the selling process easy. Now, if you are an entrepreneur interested in building out a full brand and store for your dropshipping business, Shopify is likely the better choice. Think about it, because the themes, customization abilities, integrated suppliers, and powerful analytics provide a platform that can scale up as your business grows, but the startup cost and learning curve will be higher compared to selling on eBay. So this is something to really think about. So in conclusion to this conversation, I spoke to you about eBay versus Shopify dropshipping. I told you the pros and cons of every option, and hopefully you will be making the right decision. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.